I look at you and it's easy to see. You are that someone I've been trying to meet. I got your number, won't you pick up the phone? Don't leave me hanging on.
What's up, good people? Welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, it's Maria K. Guys, being a Saturday, I've had a good day, though it's a bit gloomy, for it has drizzled a little bit. And like today is my first day of my driving lesson, and I know you're going to enjoy. And like I'm just going to talk on some bit of basics. Then later on, I'll have a test on what is entailed there. Without further ado, guys, let's get to know what is entailed there. Let's get to the video. So guys, once you get in the vehicle, the most important thing is for you to be, you must be comfortable. You know, comfortable, and like when you're having this seat, you have to ensure, are you comfortable at which ankle? At the same time, now you have to look at the position you're comfortable at, that will make you drive well. The second thing I'll talk of is entirely this vehicle here. And like when you look at my far left, you'll see the handbrake. The handbrake is the major functional brake for the entire brake of the vehicle. And like you can pull it down, or you can still pull it off for it to be swift. Apart from the handbrake, we also have the gear. Hope you've seen the gear. And like when you look at this gear, it has got some letters that get to represent what is entailed or what is needed for you before you drive. We have P, letter P for parking. We also have letter R for reverse gear. We have N for neutral. Then we also have D for driving. Then when looking at this driving, we also have at 2, then at also L. When you talk of L, it represents the low note. So it will depend on how you'll also have to drive in, or where you'll be driving, either sloping downwards or along a hill. Apart from that, now I'll also mention of the steering. When you look at this steering here, we have the horn. We have the horn here, which I know kila mtu anajua function yake. Apart from the horn, we also have the dashboard. We have the dashboard there. And like when you look at this dashboard, it shows some speed. We also have some temperatures. We also have, it shows when the fuel is at a certain quantity, maybe imeisha ama haijaisha. Or also along the dashboard also you look at some arrows or symbols that get to show whether the vehicle has a problem, whether the problem is more of quite difficult for it, needs repair, or it is just on a quite light note. So those are some of the important key things that I'll talk about in a vehicle. Then along that also, once you get in a vehicle, the most important thing is for you to ensure that you are comfortable. You know, comfortability will enhance in for you to have to move so swiftly. Now I want to, for that basic that I've mentioned, and since it is my day 1, so we are going to look at the things I've talked about. Do they apply with what you all need, maybe to have a test before you get to drive your own? And like here, when you look at the driving, this is an automatic vehicle. Down here we have the one for fuel, alafu kuna ingine ni brake. So you can hold the brake at the same time the fuel. So it will depend. I know you can't see it well, but the two components that are there, they're the ones which are represented inside here. Now, once you get into the vehicle now, you now take in the safety belt. You take in the safety belt with you. So once ensure the safety brake has been tied up, now you're ready to go. Here's the key for you to open the vehicle. Now you have to be on the brake, then you turn and hey, the handbrake is a bit swift. So I've turned off the handbrake.
Disengaged.
I've disengaged the handbrake here. Now I'm ready to go. The vehicle is on. Don't bother the direction I'm going, by the way. Now I'll work with my gear. And now from my gear now, I will have to get it to driving. Where now I will go slowly and see how I'm moving. Hey, reverse. Let me reverse it a bit. And how do I reverse here? No, I'm okay. Again, let me try to let me drive it again. I'm very keen, you won't fall. Let's now reverse again. Reverse again. Okay, okay, let me park. After I've parked, are we there? Now let me go for the last time first. Let me drive, then again I'll reverse it back, see how it will go, then I'll later on park and tell you what I've done, guys. Let's get there. I'm there. Now let me get to reverse gear. Let me see where I'm heading. I've now so guys, what I've been doing since on my day one, I wanted to use my gears. I've used the reverse gear and at the same time I've used the driving gear. That was just for a test and I feel I've done it well. I can still go back again twice, then see if I've perfected it well or not, because my co-teacher here, I know he'll be there to give a summary of what I've done, whether I've done it well or wrong. So I want to try it twice, see if I can manage. It's a bit. Then I'll work with the driving, with the gear. Then I'll go slowly. Want to be a bit slow so that I see if I can really manage. And I'm seeing it managing. Let me take it to a borehole. Then again reverse. I've been trying to go faster to see if I've really perfected or not. Then again go drive. See. Go to see here. Then now head to the bit. You're not taking me. You're taking the... What? Last time, something I wanted to note. See if I'm getting to it. Oh, it is going to be very difficult. Then again, reverse. Where things are getting on well. So I'll pack it, then I'll take my function breaker there, then I'll switch off the vehicle. Actually guys, I've been trained on driving and reversing gear. This is the first time for my to get into my school of driving. Hope you all enjoy the little session with me. I know you'll have to comment, you'll have to talk over what is necessary, what is required there, so that we meet in the next video. Feature number 2, because you've seen how driving is getting on well, and also getting to reverse the vehicle, it's also very, very important. Now, what is important next is I also know how to park a vehicle. At the same time, now what has remained with me is all about the neutral point, and also getting to drive along the roads. Now I'll be getting to the tarmacs, I'll be getting to some places, and also be visiting some people, because I've seen this content creation needs a lot of visit to places. I'll be walking around the places to look at some of the social places that I can really show you guys, so that you can also enjoy bits of my content. Let's meet in the next video. Have a blessed evening. Bye bye. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to be updated of the new video. Bye bye. Mwah. What's up, good people? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Again, it's Maria K. Guys, it has been long since I've been having ups and downs here and there over duties at work, but finally here comes the day for me to go back home and celebrate during this festive season with my parents, with my siblings, all along, to have this Christmas vacation, and also having a good happy new year. Guys, as I'm going with you today, I'm traveling back home. I want to talk about love and relationships. I'm not a victim of love, I'm not a victim in relationships, but I'm going to talk about it. Let's get to the video. Without further ado, guys, let me carry all my belongings to the vehicle, so that I can also have a word with you as I head home to see my parents. Hope my parents are just dope, are just expecting. They're beautiful, they're charming, they're natural. Dark, am I black or dark? Guy. No, my mother calls me girlfriend. Hello girlfriend. Umefika wapi? But mom, I'm all along, coming with you. Let's get to the video. Bye bye. Guys, I had told you that today, as I'm traveling back home, I'm having a good talk. I'm going to have a good talk about love and relationships. Actually, love has been good to me. Love has been good to me this day. But all the same, what I can just say is that it all calls for sacrifice. It all calls for the right person. But then there is no right person on this earth. But you can meet the right Mr. Right, then make him the best. Yeah. So here, I'm going to talk about some of the things. Even though you have messed up in life, remember, you can as well as decide not to have it again. Yeah, it isn't a must that you have a relationship here and there. At times, you give yourself a break. Anything you call a boyfriend, guys, actually, this message is going to my fellow feminine people. Anything you call boyfriend is boy distraction. You know, I didn't know that. But it is very true. I came to realize, a man will just come in your life with a different version of it. He might have an objective of just using you, trashing you, then leave you there. But don't forget that if anyone comes and says, be my girlfriend, or be my boyfriend, brag about how many books you have read. And like, if I can recall, I read books on relationship, on courtship, on marriage when I was 19 years old, when I was 20 years old, when I was 21 years old. Remember, I read about even why you act the way I do. Why you act the way I do. Actually, the guys, those are some of the things I've done. It is not easy. When you see a man that is married, what does it mean? That man is sexually active. And you know, these men who are sexually active, they are said to be aged. I came to realize that they tend to look for young ladies, young girls like me, because you know, when you're young, you are even more sexually active, and that is why you see them looking for these young girls for sexual fulfillment. But guys, trust me, read books. Don't get lured into such incidents. Again, also when I was at your age, you know, I was just referring. When I was at your age, don't ask me how old I am. Apparently, there were so many things I avoided. There's so many things I avoided to get to where I am. I didn't get to where I am by accident. Remember, guys, so many men came to me. You know, I was famous. I was very young and vibrant. I'm not old. I'm still young and vibrant. It means we can still go have that kasimba, have soup. But anyway, I don't. I'm taken. I'm taken. I'm taken. Your relevance is a function of how much you have equipped yourself with the information. You know, at times you can have information about yourself. You can have a bad version of yourself until even you tend to hate yourself. But guys, trust me, if you have a relevant information about you, it will equip you and you will have that information within you. If you yield yourself to sexual sin right now and you live in your future won't be guaranteed, guys. So it is something that you ought to take care of yourself, and at most cases, it do affect, you know, we young teenagers, we call bentens, those are for the male, but for teenagers, we young beautiful girls and boys who are at adolescent, you know, we tend to try it. But you know, at times I look at life, how it goes, how I met my first boyfriend, and I see Kai. Anyway, I will not talk about it. Your relevance is also a function of how much you have equipped yourself with information, as I already talked of. If you have lost your virginity, guys, don't give up. You can begin afresh today. Make a decision today so that it will keep yourself holy. If men start coming, call them off. Just call them off. Tell them wait. If they can't wait, tell them sex before marriage is a sin. But now, apparently, I know people do sex even before marriage, but it isn't something good. This thing of thinking you are the most beautiful all the time. You are in the mirror. Actually, I love looking myself through the mirror, and I see myself beautiful. Just in a makeup. It's just for a moment. 4 years to come, reality will down on you. 4 years to come, reality will down on you. You'll either get old, you'll either get young, depending on how you've taken good care of yourself. You will wonder with what you have done with your life. Then you'll try to catch up, but it will be too late for you. So guys, if you are young, utilize that age of yours, utilize that time doing the right thing so that you can also get to love it. I cannot work with you beyond the capacity of your intelligence. You know, being intelligent, you've met someone who is intelligent, his or her IQ is very, very high. Life is not fair. Life is at times fair. Life is the amount of relevance you have invested in yourself. So it is very, very important for you to invest on yourself, to invest in your mind so that you can also have that positivity within you, so that whenever you think of what you want in life or what you want to do in life, you don't even regret. Guys, your future is not a gift. Your future are choices you are making today. So the choices you make today they'll build up the repercussions either positively or negatively, depending on the wrong choice or the good choice you made in life. So guys, if you want to get into a relationship, come to me. I'll give you a way. You know, at times unajiuliza guy, heartbreak imewahi kuchapa. I'll not talk about it today. Guys, just a moment. I want to head somewhere for a drive-in session as we talk about this love thing. Pia nyinyi mnanichangia, mnaniambia kai, hii mapenzi ikoje? Hii mapenzi mnasema ni ya nani? Ni ya kina nani? Kina nani nafaa wapendane? You know, at times I look at how life goes, then I realize mapenzi pia si ati mapenzi tu, but love can be for the few. You know, the few, not all. Those few who take everything in the right way. You know, at times you meet someone in life, then you don't discuss what you are or how have you been. You just start babying, having those lovey-dovey things together, forgetting that you ought to talk of the objective you'll have with that person in life. And for instance, if you have such an objective with such a person, you won't regret in life. So guys, let me head for a break kidogo, then we discuss. Stay tuned, don't go back, don't go anywhere, I'm still around. What's up, good people? Welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, it's Maria K. It has been long since I said a word of hello to you guys. You know, recently it was my birthday and I surprised my parents, and I know they are happy where they are, and indeed a lot more will be coming soon. Actually, my dear parents, I really thank you for being there for me, and I really appreciate you for being number one parents on this world. Without your presence, I don't know where I could be today. Guys, today is an amazing day for me, and we here in Kenya are celebrating HIV and AIDS Day. HIV and AIDS Day. Now we're going to look at an overview. Apart from the overview, we are also going to talk of the symptoms. Apart from the symptoms, I'm also going to talk of the treatment. These treatments, we're also going to mention some of the specialists that are get to refer in with HIV and AIDS. Remember, AIDS is a chronic immune system disease caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, which is the HIV. Now, when you look at this HIV, it tends to damage the immune system and also tend to interfere with the body's ability to fight infections and the disease. So we're going to look at generally HIV and AIDS. When you mention of the HIV and AIDS, now it is that causative agent for AIDS. It is the human immunodeficiency virus. And like when you talk of the AIDS, it is that immune. It is so immune. And like when you talk of the immune system of the body, now the immunity in the body helps in the body to fight against diseases, to fight against viruses, to fight against also bacteria that might interfere with the body immune system. Now we want to look at the spread of HIV and AIDS. Now how is HIV and AIDS spread? Generally, it is spread when through the contact with the infected blood. Apart from blood, we also have semen. Apart from semen, we are also going to mention of the vaginal fluid. Now, when you look at the general cause for HIV and AIDS, it is the unprotected sex. Actually, it is the unprotected sex. Many young girls and boys are doing a lot of sex, and it is so unprotected. They're not using condoms. And like I know the problem is, it is these contraceptives which came as a result to that. And like these contraceptives now, you know, a girl will fear not to carry the pregnancy. At the same time, the boy seems to be young, will fear to take in the responsibilities of being a young taking the responsibilities of being a father at a tender age. So what they tend to do, they just undergo the unprotected sex, and long last now they get to go look for the contraceptive measures. And like these contraceptive measures now, they're so harmful to the body, and like you'll take them, but at the end of it now, you will lack, even you'll not have a baby, and like at the same case you'll have some diagnosis which you ought to go in, and even you see even some are advised to even to go and visit a gyna. Those are some of the reasons that might be as a result of that.
But remember, most people don't think of HIV and AIDS. Most people don't think of STIs. How are they transmitted? The unprotected sex. That is the major cause that is really, really affecting young girls and young boys. At the same time, even you look at some young girls who will tend to go date older men for money. You know, they want money maybe to provide in their basic needs as a core purpose for them. Also, you'll also see some girls maybe they are the essential, they're the only, they act as breadwinners at a tender age, and not to some extent now it will force that young girl to go now walk around with those old men on transist goods, like where I come from. The transist goods parks along the Kandui highway. You'll meet so many young girls who seem to be so desperate, but at the same time they look so beautiful, and like you'll wonder, why is this girl here? And at the same time now, now you even feel it isn't their problem. Yes, it is their need for them to have the basic needs, but the means to get their basic needs now, it is so it is not so much appealing. And I feel many parents are not taking up the obligations or the responsibilities of being close to their daughters and sons and offer them basic needs. And like to the boys, they can still stand on their own because they can go for kibarua, they can still, and like some of them, very few, a number of few of them, they'll tend to go and look for sugar mummies. You know, these sugar mummies are so much, they'll go on and look for these girls, not girls, look for these boys, then give them money, sleep with them. And like now, the boy will be enjoying the outlay of money. But now, getting to look at the most effective wasn't that will lead to this young boy. But if you're one who feels maybe you've undergone the test, maybe the lab test, or also you've undergone the medical diagnosis and you feel you are HIV positive, don't fear to speak it out. And also don't let the outlay to kill many people in the society. Kindly be kind to others who are yet maybe taken care of themselves, who feel maybe they need more years on earth. Remember, HIV has no cure, but medication are there which can control the infection and also prevent the disease progression. Now, apart from that, remember this HIV and AIDS, it can be chronic, and at times it can take a shorter period of time for you to heal up or for you to take it depends on how you do take care of yourself. I'm not one. I'm not one, so I can't give you a clear picture of that. But now it was so important for me to talk about this HIV and AIDS day, because we celebrate this day because there are those who died of HIV and AIDS. There are those who are heroes that have stayed calmly and in kind, not infecting other people, and they are accepted to be sick of HIV and AIDS. And apart from that, you also have those control measures that we've already talked of. Mostly the condoms. Just use condoms when you are in need of that sex, unless if you're sure of the person you're dating or the person you're staying with, for the sake of your health good progression. So I know some good people are watching me from other parts of the world. I know someone watching me as good friends. Some might be also victims of what I've talked about. But don't think this is the end of life. You still have another chance for you to live. And like each of the new day that comes in your life, you ought to thank God, because it is just by grace. Guys, it's the end of my video, and I know you'll come for some more videos. Bye bye. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell to be updated of the new video. See you in the next video. Bye. It's Maria K.
Thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell to be updated of the new video.
What's up, good people? Welcome to my YouTube channel again. It's Maria K. It has been long since I said a word of hello to you guys. Hope you all doing well. You've had a fantastic 2022 as we're here to 2023. As I'll say, happy new year 2023, guys. Today I have something amazing to share with you, and something amazing here that I want to share with you guys are the things that most of the people are passing through. Most of the people are passing through that thing. I want to talk of the 12 things to do when you want to give up. 12 things when you want to give up. Remember, before you give up, you ought to ask yourself so many questions. They include like, Why do you give up? Why should you give up in life? Because there's so many reasons which can make someone to tend to give up. At the same time, think of the consequences. There's some of the consequences which, when you give up, you'll have to outdo in for them. How to give up and stay motivated, and finally you'll have a final thought about it. So it is very important for you guys to all do know that. And like for this case now, for instance, I'm going to talk of the 12 things someone should not do or should not dwell in before she or he gives up. Let's get to the video, guys. Something here that I want you to know. The first one is figure out what you lack. You ought to figure out what you lack. What do you lack? You know, when you talk of lack, that we have financially, we have spiritual adherence, the spiritual adherence. You also talk of the economic value in life. The economic value, it is all over. But before then, figure out how crucial is it in life, as per yourself, as per your life, as per your family. Is it so crucial before you give up, or what is it that you want to do? The second thing, guys, I'll talk of it is for you to be patient. You ought to be patient in life. You know, when you talk of success does not come instantly or immediately. That is a myth. If you consult these people who have achieved something in life, they have failed so many times. They have failed 100 times in life for them to make up whom they are today. So it is very important for them, for you, for instance, here to be very patient. Be proud of yourself of every small win you make in life. You know, people will expect maybe to buy a Mercedes Benz, to buy a V8, or to own such a, or to own an apartment or so. But trust me, the small wins you make in life, you ought to celebrate them, because they are the things which will always motivate you to make to create a bigger win for that. Another thing I'll also mention is that remember, you're not the only one. You're not the only one to feel that way. You should not be the only one feeling that you feeling overwhelmed with some circumstances in life. At the same time, you ought not to think of maybe why just me. There's so many people having such problems in life, but what do? They tend to stay in, value their path, then they tend to work out on how to place their things in order. Then again, also remember why you started and how much you really wanted it, how you started and how much you really wanted it. And like if today you come up with a business opportunity, you'll share out with maybe some friends. Some will say go ahead, some will say don't do it because of blah blah or abcd. But for instance here, guys, what is more important is for you to have an objective in it, so that when it fails, you tend to value out how you perfected it fully, or you are there partially or to that completeness. Did you really have time for it? So that it also gives you a way of how you can handle it, and at the same time now you can also remember the start, and also getting to look at the outcome, it can also validate out and be able to know that. Then another point also, you ought to know that you will grow as a person just from going through. You'll grow as a person. You know, it is gradual. Everything takes place at a very slow pace, depending on the inputs you put in place. So it is very important that whatever you set in place, you give it time. The right time for it to ripe, it will still come. The right time for it to so it will depend with the inputs you put in place for it to yield in what you want. Another thing is to be grateful for the good things while struggling. You ought to be grateful for the good things that you while struggling. You know, at times I feel even where I am today, it is just by the mighty. Many people have maybe yearned to be here, but they've not given such an opportunity. But for instance, also, you know, at times when you're at par, you set your pride at low. That virtue of being egocentric should go down. And what you ought to show is show gratefulness to God and celebrate your wins in silent and secretively. You know, at times I do things and like I just surprise my mom. I have this, I have that, and like she asked me, and how did you manage? How did you get there? You know, guys, it is all about the small wins I make in life. You know, you can have even a coin. It doesn't mean that you ought to announce to the whole world that you have money. You shouldn't. But for instance, here, what you ought to do is that It is your money, it is your coin. Now you ought to use it alone, and you shouldn't announce to people that you have money. But the most important thing is now, what are you going to use to do with that money? Now that is the question that will keep you going. But now when you tend to announce to people that I have money, I have millions of money in my account, now they'll tend to know that you're very rich. And at the end of the day, now they'll have to set objectives that will have to lower you off. You know, if today you tell even your mom today that I have 2 million in the account, and maybe for her case she has 500,000 in her account, or maybe nothing, what do you expect from her? She'll still depend on you. But remember, that was just a journey. For you started at a low pace with a small amount, but now you've made it to a high amount. So you go slowly, slowly. Let people saw the actions. Let people see what you're doing. But now people even shouldn't know what you're doing. It should be just pertains your line. And that is why times, I'm quite funny. Whenever I want to do something mega within myself, I just wake up and pray to God and I say, God, give me guidance on what I'm going to set up today. And once I've done it, I give it time. And when I give it time, now people will see some changes. And Maria, what? But listen, guys, it is what you start. It is that input. It is that sacrifice. It is that opportunity. And at times also the people you meet in life, they impact so much, either positively or negatively, depending on what you do discuss when at your friendship level. So it is very, very important. And also, guys, what else you ought to remember is that you ought to remember that you also have a choice. You can make a wrong choice or a good choice. You can still make a choice of coming up with something big, or you can still make a choice of coming up with something small in life. So remember, whatever you start in life have an impact of yielding what you started. So it will either impact it at a large quantity or at a smaller quantity. But that, regardless of it, guys, it shouldn't make you give up in life. Then picture in your mind the ultimate results. What are the ultimate results? And like before I told you, with the input you put in place, we'll also have to determine what you'll have to yield at a later stage. And like if today maybe you decide, at times you can have challenges in life. Challenges do come actually at an expected era. And the same pace now, when you've been overwhelmed with something and then when you get fucked up, what do? You shouldn't give up. Rather, you ought to face the challenge and also handle it fully. But at times you can face a challenge in life, and like now you feel, "Kai, this is the end of me." Between you and poverty, or between you, Kombele and Nyuma, you see nothing. You see the gloominess of the earth, how hard the situation might get in life. But that one should not make you give up. So it should give you an overview of that picture of mind of the ultimate result in life. Then another thing also, guys, is that picture in your mind, also make a plan and also have a backup. You must also have a plan in life and also have a backup plan. If you want maybe to start a business, I'll situate myself in business because I think I'm a business-oriented person in mind, though that is not my profession. But it's also good to have a side hustle for your income, because if things fails here, you ought to have a backup to provide to source you with finance. So what was I trying to make? If you have a plan and you feel this plan has failed, you ought to have a backup plan that should act immediately in favor of your successfulness of your project. But if you fail, it's just like maybe looking at my profession, since I'm a teacher of biology, I'm a teacher of science. So teacher of science, maybe I want to be a good teacher in school. Then later on, I get a bad school. I'll not criticize myself for getting a bad school. But if I have an opportunity of doing my master's, I can still go for that master's. After I'm through the master's, I can still enroll in for my PhD. And once I'm through now, I'll start venturing into higher places of standards that will favor my demand. Now, for instance, also, when you're starting a business, maybe you have some amount someone has stolen and you feel this business was really generating more income or more profit within your pocket. What should you do? You can source another income, then input here, and so you be a risk taker. A business-oriented person should be a risk taker. If you encounter in the profits, it's well. If it comes to a loss, it is okay. But what you ought to to know is that life must move on. And that is why now the state of having a backup plan. Apart from that, also find support from others. You know, you can't source support from everyone. Not every friend you laugh at is your big friend. I don't trust people. By the way, I don't trust people. Even my mother knows this. At times I look at life the way it comes and I feel like indeed God is marvelous because I've fought all the life odds most completely alone, but partially with some of my few friends whom I can't mention here. You know, if you seek support, there are people who will support you financially, there are people who will support you psychologically, and also there are people who will support you economically, depending on the pattern you've chose to discuss your situation, your issues with. And at times you can be down in life, you can be very down. Whom will you seek help? Someone just to lean a shoulder to, someone just to share your problems with. It is very, very difficult. But what you ought to do, guys, is always have friends that are easily reliable too. Don't just have friends in the name of friends. Yes, I have friends, I do talk to them, we do laugh, but coming to some of the important issues pertaining myself, it is just between me and me alone, nobody else, unless God. It's just me alone, and God. And that is how I seek my support from. But at times I also have the best confidant in life, whom I can't mention here. And there is that person who is ever a phone call away. Hello, I had this opinion in mind, and I've found a place. Maybe I want to start a business of worthy maybe 500,000. Could you lend me, please? Then we can make a business through. You know, that is just like a trap. Who can give you 500,000 loan? Akuna. Sijasema nimekopa mtu 500,000. That one, I'm like, it's just an example, guys. What am I trying to say? Yes, it is good to seek help from friends. It is good to seek support from friends. But now, what kind of support are you seeking from these good friends or bad friends you're choosing? How do you know that these are determinant person in my life that will determine my success or failure? Now, it varies in with you also yourself. How do you carry yourself out there? Do you carry yourself before your friends, you pretend that you love them, then at a later stage now behind the scenes now you talk about them? No. Like for me, I'm very social. I'm a good storyteller. Apart from being a good storyteller, also what else? Egocentric. I used to have that virtue in me, but apparently I cannot say that I'm egocentric. Pride in Liata, I don't have pride, and I've never had such character in my life, and I don't think if I'll ever have at one point or another. Then also, guys, have motivational reminders every now and then. These motivational reminders, guys, they tend to support your mental stability. You know, at times when things get tough in life, you can really give up. You feel even nothing before anyone, before everyone, before you. You can even feel you regret why you are born. I tell you, things get hard in life. And trust me, guys, it isn't what you think. Unless God makes it what you expect. But guys, if you have a friend, if you have a relative, if you have anyone around you who feels like she or he wants to give up, think of the 12 things that I've mentioned. It will have a view, it will have an eye to consult such a person and make the right decision. Let's meet them in the next video.
What's up, good people? Welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, it's Maria K. Guys, I have something to share with you. I have something to share with you, guys. I need your advice. Okay. Guys, nimetoka shule. I've gotten something bad from my person. Guys, I feel like, guys. Yes, it. Can you read it? It is a prank. Unajua like kila mtu alikuwa anashinda Maria analia nini? Sijui nilikuwa nimeachwa. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and it is yummy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Hello guys, what's up good people? Welcome to my YouTube channel again. It's Maria K. Guys, it has been quite long, not quite long. It has been such an amazing weekend being a Monday. We all heading over here and there over some duties here at home, and like also the things we're looking up for. Something good for you guys. I want to head somewhere. I was to accompany my mom, but she's also heading somewhere for some functions within our family. Let's see. We are almost heading where? This is the market of our place. I can't tell you the name of the school I was. Actually, I've told you from Kibabii. We've now reached. We reached at Mayanja. I didn't show people Mayanja. From Mayanja, we headed to Kimkungi. From Kimkungi market, I also showed you the school I taught once in a while. While I was in campus, I knew how to hustle out. Hey, nicheze, I'm a gold digger. From Kimkungi Girls, from Kimkungi Market, I showed you Sikusi. I also showed you the church as a landmark. Maybe you head into Sikusi, we have a Catholic church. So we are going direct. So here we are in the market along where the school is. And like this route in Mount Elgon. So we are heading to my school. We are going to diverge at the left and see now how it goes. Now here is the direction. Have signposts here. If you can read that name. I know most of you are wondering where I'm going. This is the school I learned. This is the primary section of that school. This is the primary, yeah, straight. That is the gate. This is the primary section. Now here comes. Give it a clap. This is my school. It feels nice the day to get where I want. This is Our Lady of Mercy. Our Lady of Mercy Chemkaka Girls High School. You can see Chemkaka Girls Secondary School. This is a good school. You can see. As you can see now, we are heading here. We are heading here. We're going to sign at the gate. This is my school. We want to. Are we signing? Hello. I sign alone or you're allowed to sign? Unaleta kitabu? Look at it has really changed. It has really changed. Look at the general. She's bringing the book. This is my school. How do you comment? It is built so nice.
Use common sense.
Use common sense. And you know, even when you go to come Singapore, they'll advise you to use common sense. Mekataa tusisign hata tuende. This is the car park. You know, even I didn't leave this building here. Even I don't know where the administration is. Hope this is the administration. But now, where are we going to park? No, this is the parking area.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, look at the buildings. I'm going to look at my beautiful school. My beautiful school. Look at it. Wow. Hey, what do you comment? It's a nice school.
Very nice school.
Very nice. It made me whom I am. what made me whom I am today. Now we are heading there. The nature of the school. You know, when I was in this school, even I was in one of the streams, from 1B, no, from 1C, no, from 1 Central, North classes. Yeah, there are very many. You can even look at the school, look at how it looks. Guys, this was now where I was. I was in that class from 1 East. Have you seen it? I remember very well. It was from 4 Central. Now it is from 1 East. Now we are headed here. We are going to the administration office. We're going to see the reception. I know some parents. Yeah, this is my school. I have no, you know, when you go to your school, you feel proud of it. Hello, how are you? Okay, asante. I was a student here. I wanted to see the secretary. Yes. Or who is in the office? The living certificate. I talked to one of the teacher, then she told me the secretary will be in the office to help me out. Nani yako? Nancy. Okay, let me see Nancy. Let me see the bus. Talk to her. This is the administration. It looks nice. From Kibabi High School. Now we're getting to the junction. Where now we're going to Kibabi University. I'm going to take you a little bit of it. Take you to Kibabi University. Then I think you've enjoyed. This is a small market. Ndio njia inaenda nyumbani. For those who want to come in my home, please follow this route. Follow this route. Students are very many along the gate. This is now where I was. Look at how it looks, guys. So this is the office, this is the car park. Hope you've seen it. So I'm going to the lecture room to inquire on something, to pick something actually, not inquire, because I had already applied for what I'm going to pick. Hope you've enjoyed my tour today. Hope to see you someday. Look at our field. Nakwambia hizo nyasi za green, they were there initially. This is the pavilion square. I've seen the pavilion square. This is still the auditoriums. I think this is the nursing what? The student center. People are having lunch. I think I should go have lunch also with me once in a while. Have something good for myself. Guys, I really enjoyed. I close up from there. I think naendea kwa hiyo ofisi. Bye bye guys. See you.
My sweetie, sweetie.
You know, mom, it's just like I'm recording.
Hello guys, what's up good people? Today being a Saturday, I have a special friend of mine here. Marion Maria. Your name is? Yeah, actually. So guys, leo tumemwa, we just we're enjoying the Saturday. Actually this lady is a beautifier. Are you English ni ngumu wewe. Beautician. Hakuna hiyo ni yangu. But she knows much of beauty and fashion. So let her talk much about herself before we continue the song. Tell my people what you do.
Okay, guys, you can. Okay, I do sell clothes. I can what?
You can as well as
I can design you. You
Design,
can
yeah.
call me, and then I do a whole design for you, like from top to bottom. Yeah, we have affordable clothes, and you all welcome.
Yeah, actually she's my designer. So if you see me, I'm Shaggy. I know
That's yeah.
I'm
you're
on
very,
top.
very
But
clean.
it's such an amazing soul. So let's listen to music as we talk also about your business. Guys, leo mi ni DJ, right?